What's going on, everybody? Odell Bazell here. I'm excited to be presenting this to you. If you're looking at this live, what's going on to the YouTube family? What's going on to LinkedIn and Facebook? If you're looking at this as a recording, maybe on YouTube or whatnot, hey, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like this video. This is not going to be a longer video. Most of my videos are usually about 10 minutes long. This video is not going to be this long. If you're new to me and you're just finding out about me or you're just kind of stumbling across this, my name is Odell Bazell, and I am a professional speaker. And I also own a marketing agency and a few other businesses, but my main business is marketing. And one thing that I try to help my clients with, everybody that either if they come to me and they want to get more paid speaking engagements, or they come to me and they want to get more leads in their business, they want to increase their income. One thing I always let them know is that you have to be really clear on what it is you sell. And a lot of people, when they hear the word sell, they cringe. And whenever I see that, if I'm giving a presentation or something of that nature, and I see them cringe or I feel them cringe, I have to break down the three ways, the only three ways that you're going to make money. And if you're not new to me, you've probably heard this before, but many of you watching this are probably new to me. So I'll break this down for you quickly. I have other videos that go a little bit deeper into what I'm discussing specifically. So there are only three ways you make money. That's right. One, two, three. Uno, dos, tres. Only three ways. You sell time, you sell usage, you sell ownership. You sell time, you sell usage, you sell ownership. So where a lot of people kind of get things twisted on their way to building wealth is they try to start everywhere else except at the top. The first way, the number one way that most people make money is through selling time. Now, we don't want to stay there because time is a limited resource. But most people, they start, even if they don't start with a job, they start with selling something. Maybe they buy used toys or bicycles as children, or candy or whatever, and they sell that. You're still selling like your time. You're still using your time to sell. And so at every level, selling time, selling usage, selling ownership, unless you have somebody do it for you, you're still selling your time. So any example, if the kid that's selling candy, they got to go buy the candy, and then they got to sell the candy to other people. So they mark up the price. So the ownership, they have ownership of the candy, but then they sell ownership, but they're using their time to do that. So they're still selling their time. Selling usage. If you rent a car out, if you rent a home out, or something of that nature, you're still selling usage. And you still, whether you do it on a Turo app or an app like Turo for your car, or whether you do it on you have a property manager or something like that selling real estate, or you're your own property manager, you still have to spend time doing that. So I just wanted to get that out there to let people know that most of the time you're going to be selling your time. Most of the time. The shift happens when you're able to sell your time at a high enough clip so you have significant profit to buy other stuff, i.e., real estate, i.e., stocks, i.e., businesses, to leverage your time. So you're selling usage and ownership. So the title of this, or the title that I had when I went live, was, what are you selling? Most people are selling a significant part of their time, which is fine. My goal is to help you increase the amount of money that you make inside of that time. So if you work at a job where you're making $20 an hour, if you follow along in my channel, if you follow kind of what I do, I'll show you how to go from $20 an hour to $200 an hour to $2,000 an hour to $20,000. Yes, I'll show you how to do that with selling your time. Then when you sell your time for $20,000, if let's just say in a week you make $20,000, then you have the money to pay off debt, then you have the money to get your credit right, then you can go buy a piece of real estate and you can continue to leverage your time. A lot of people, again, they try to start with, hey, you should sell usage or you should invest. I have to get my money up before I can invest, or I have to get my credit up. And even if I get my credit up, I have to increase my cash flow. So how do you do that? What's the best way to do that? The absolute best way is by leveraging your voice. I teach and speak and preach on public speaking, but not just public speaking as it relates to a keynote presentation, not just public speaking as it relates to standing on a platform on a stage, but public speaking like this. This is public speaking. No matter how you get around it, I'm speaking publicly to individuals through a microphone, through a screen, if you will, and you're receiving this, you're hearing this through that medium. So how do we get better at selling our time for more via public speaking? Nowadays, we are in an age where information is abundant. You can find information anywhere. And if you know anything about supply and demand, if the supply is very high, then usually the demand is low. And if the supply is high, then stuff is cheap. So if there's an abundance of information, now information is cheap. So how can you sell information and make a significant amount of money? It's a long process. I'm not going to be able to get into all of it, but I want to give you just a few tips, a few tricks and strategies that help you better sell information, because you have to start somewhere. Information, again, it's abundant. When something is abundant and the demand for it is, I can find that on YouTube. I can find that on Google. I can find it anywhere else. You ready for it? This is gonna blow some people's minds. Some people's minds. The people that it matters. You ready? Here we go. Make sure that the information is targeted and relevant and organized. Targeted, relevant, organized. If you can make sure that your information is targeted to a specific group of people and it's relevant to them at the time, and it's organized in a way that they can easily consume it, you can make a lot of money. You can make a lot of money. I'll give you an example. If somebody wanted to, I'm just making this up, start a YouTube channel. Very easy. All you got to do is go to YouTube and click or type in, how do I start a YouTube channel? And you'll have, I imagine, thousands of videos showing you how to start a YouTube channel. But how do you know which one is good? You got to search through it. Got to figure it out. Got to go through. Okay, this person, no, they went on too long, or I don't like them or whatnot. So it's got to be targeted. So if I were you, I would start by targeting an audience. So you would say something like, how to start a YouTube channel for fathers, how to start a YouTube channel for teenagers, how to start a YouTube channel like that. It's targeted, because then you know the specific people are tuning in exactly for that thing. Then it's relevant. You make it relevant, useful to the times. Keep that connected to the times. And then you organize it well. So you give them step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. And then here's the part with the information. You have an upsell. So if somebody is on, just like if you're watching this, if you're listening to this, however you're consuming this, I've been on about 10 minutes. I said it wasn't going to be 10 minutes. Look at here, look at how we go. So if you're still on for 10 minutes, then you're probably like, okay, this guy has something to say, something interesting to say. And then you're maybe wondering what else I have to say. And so you do that enough then people will buy your information and they'll buy into you. And that's the big thing with information now. See, information used to be a profit center in and of itself, and it still can be at a high clip. But now people get the information to buy into the source. That's a really big tip. They get the information to buy into the source, to validate that you know what you're talking about, to validate that what you have to say is going to be helpful to move them closer to where they want to be. And you want to make sure that your information collapses time, because time is a limited resource and we all know that. So I just wanted you to get clear on what you're selling. Are you selling time? Yes. Are you selling usage? Maybe. Are you selling ownership? Who knows? But you have to sell time. So make sure that you follow me, you subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube, or leave a comment if this was helpful. And we'll see you on the next one. Take care.